Hello guys, my name is Koyoshi, and welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Hyrule Warriors for the Nintendo Switch. In the last video, we left off trying to do Ruto's challenges. We made it to Brave Battle level 3 just like we did in the last video, and now, just like we did in that video, we're going to do the survival battles. Now that I've set Darunia as a benchmark, I have a little bit of an easier time figuring out stuff, and I figured out we need probably no more than 2,000 mils for survival battle level 3. No more than 60 for these two, and I think it's the last one that's I'm the most confused on still. Again, if somebody can tell me specifically how many KOs you need to get survival battle or as A rank, that would help out a ton, as we wouldn't have to use nearly as much magic fountain as we would otherwise. Other than that, I think the first two battles, and to the point also the third battle, are a bit tough, but not because they're easy to defeat. It's more like with warriors, they're harder to win, because to get a certain in that map, but you can take as much damage as you want and most a fair amount of time in the battle. Okay, so I guess water just slows them down. I think that's just a thing that happens. Interesting. Okay, now we start using magic again. So we have to use this up to 1600, otherwise we won't get any rank. Doing the battle after that is pretty straightforward. Alright, these last wave is really where we want to use our magic on if we can. Or fairy magic, that is. Sometimes it might not even be a bad idea to use it several times in one spot. You get everything. I think we've done enough for this first wave, though. Okay, we got a few defeated there. Just using that same call actually defeats the Hamptons pretty quick too. That's good to know. It's around here I want to be. His next magic use. Alright, here we go. Okay, this time they actually recognize that Ruto's in the battle instead of the previous time. So, they are making fight Link as a replacement to her, even though Ruto's supposed to be fought here normally. That's because we're playing as Ruto. They did not recognize all of the other characters though. Like, for some reason we made Lana hide herself quite a few times. Yeah, they were to recognize when Ruto is in the battle, so they make you fight Link instead. Don't know why they don't do that more in these kinds of challenges. Oh well, is what it is. Okay, this one, I learned my lesson again, so we're gonna just tap Runia real quick. That was a nice catch there. You got caught basically at once there. I just manhandle could stop barring me for a split second or two. Because we're trying to defeat these air troops first so that start the messages for defeating them as soon as possible. Okay. Skucco is getting a bit dangerous, but we may have heard somehow. There we go. So mana could be quite tricky to take out fast. And the next fastest get up animation, along with Goma. But for some reason, it's unlocked way more easily in the giant boss mode that involves. Oh yeah, that's right. Hang on. In the giant boss mode that involves, of course, Ganon and Cucco. In that mode, it's the easiest boss in the whole series there. But for some reason here, it's way harder. Just as I thought, just basic attacking these means they get taken out super quick. And again, this is still survival battle, so we can take as much damage as we want. It's perfectly fine. That's good, because that means we can just focus on going fast here. 15, pretty decent clear time. I don't know if that's the fastest, but we'll go ahead and check. We don't care about the amounts anymore. If anything, I'm looking to see how low amount is. That's an A rank. That's really looking at, because then it'll be easier to figure out what I can do and what I not do. Oh yeah, we'll eventually be getting to Linkle, and she does have 2 weapons. She's, I think, the last character in the game, besides a couple others maybe, that can use 2 different weapons. Like, more than just one. It's nice. Also, it is time for Ruto to go home now. This is her home area. The Water Temple. So, yeah. At least in this game. This one, I say we just... let's just come out swinging. Hey, come out of the gate swinging right away. Let's just use the magic right off the bat. Got a good amount of takeouts. KOs, rather. Keep forgetting to say this right. It is what it is. Oh, it could be worse, I guess. Alright. Alright. Darn, I actually did not want to do that, but just have to be super close. Oh, what you could have done there. There's a big middle spot where we can actually get a lot of troops here, so let's go over there for a bit. Yeah, got me a good amount. We could get magic in preparation for this next size. But also, it's in prison, so we probably can't as fast as I want. What am I saying? It's not in prison. We can just take him out like we've done in prison before. If I remember correctly, a prison has a weird cheat where if you try and special to make him his weak-point stash faster, he'll simply get up anyways, even though you were using a special. It's a hidden mechanic I did not know about until I saw him get up, despite being in special, because every other time you use one, the giant bosses will freeze in place and won't actually be able to get up. But for some reason, he can, and it's just kind of cheap, if you ask me. Other than that, just need to get up to 1600 kills again, and we'll be fine. Again, we can take as much damage as we want, it doesn't matter, we just need to... It's fast. We will be trying to do it a little bit easier, though, in Battle 3 and 4, because, of course, those are the only missions where we can actually die. In fact, those are the only missions, period, where we could be over at all in a while. As this game is quite easy. Not like it's actual, I guess I should say, if anybody is really confused what this series is based off of, that's because it was not intended to be based off of Legend of Zelda myths or ever steps at all. It's actually based off of another series created by the same developer. Two kinds, actually. Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors series. That's actually what this series is supposed to be based off of. Initially, they wanted those to be fighting games, but then that seemed a little bit mean, and so they were like, why not fight hundreds of enemies on a battlefield? That might make it look more interesting, and that's where that series has come in. That series has been out for quite a bit, too. Unfortunately, they do not have games like that on the Switch. Unfortunately. Whereas, hey, it is different. This one's only on the Switch, and because they wanted to have game match. But yeah, those games right now, they're only PS4 and Xbox exclusives, which we do not have recording setups for. Otherwise, I would probably play them. I will say they are generally a lot more difficult than Hyrule Warriors is by a one-shot. They are way more difficult simply because you can die really easily. There's not a lot of guiding stuff, and I know there's one action in particular in one game where even on the easiest difficulty, it is surprisingly easy to just get a game over out of nowhere by a character just getting taken out. Because there's this one captain that people always talk about who just really destroys you. I'm not gonna say too much else because I don't want to accidentally install fear into you guys, but I just wanted to tell you about it because, yeah, if we were to play that game, we'd probably not have the same level of easiness like we did here, because once you know what to do in Hyrule Warriors, it's a pretty easy game, honestly. Pretty repetitive more than anything. Because once you get the next level, even the hard mode, the hero difficulty is only provides so much of a little challenge anyways. So I think it'll be quite interesting when I actually do it, because I want to do it without... I want to do it as a legend mode playthrough, which means we won't be able to use our normal characters that we normally use to cheese legend mode like we did the last time, which was using Young Link and other stuff over and over again. I wanted to use Young Link before, both because it was really cool and because he was really fast to take out most of those missions. Doing it that way, it'll be a lot more interesting. Okay, I don't know why I keep doing that. I should not be doing that. Like, go into that. But it is what it is. I'll just attack him now. I still can. Oh wow, that did so much damage, despite not being right next to him to weak point sash him. Alright, now that's done, we just have to guard drop down. Hydrox is a lot more tougher to defeat every mode I find so far. I'm actually gonna use Bogus Spirit on him because it's so annoying. This is just to stop the knockback from his tail. Still and make my attacks a bit faster. I should probably be using that anyway to increase my speed of my attacks so that we could take out those darknesses a bit faster. Okay, good. If you're wondering why I'm collecting magic there randomly, that's because if our foe's spirit ends as we're about to end out the battle, it delays the end of the battle slightly, and we're trying to save as much time as we can in this run. So, you just sell things like that you mess up, could add up to make your run much longer than it needs to be. Alright, now the real tricky one, and then we get to the really annoying one where I really just ran out of things to do, and I basically just go for 6 games now every time. Honestly though, it's pretty easy to do. And honestly, in Survival level 4, it'd be hard to win that battle without using Magic Fountain Plus. You kind of have to use it to get a good chance at phase. Say we just start taking out just one Stall Master per attempt there so we can get more spawned in soon. Okay. Now this character, we probably want to use magic, by the way, again. Alright. This one I know is a really good place to use magic early. At least fairy magic does. Alright, there we go. Maybe this is slightly faster, depending on the strat. You know, we were able to weak point smash him very fast. On the enemy, it might be easier to just do that, to use the full combo. But the full combo about breaks even, I guess. How fast it is versus that strat. Alright, alright, we need to do this magic statue first. And get rid of Dark Zan. So that the animations appear. And yes, you do want to get rid of the dark enemies first. If you don't do it, then whenever they attack later... Oh my goodness, he completely avoided that first attack there. Okay, we got rid of him now. Here's me, man. I'm right here. Probably should have just used Extreme Rush to take out right away, but whatever. Okay, good. This wave down. I think he's going the wrong way there. there might not be weakened up here. They may not be weakened up here, so we're gonna use magic just to make sure. Alright, there we go. Doing pretty well so far. Okay. There we go. He's defeated. So you defeat this one and we're good to go. The next part. So we're already close to just defeating the princess will be a little bit easier. You're gonna stand in place now, that will make that part pretty easily. Okay, I broke out of that combo early, which is nice. It could be quite long if the full thing finishes. Yeah, see, these guys aren't bad. Leave them for a while. There we go. Okay, that was actually pretty fast seconds. Defeat there. Alright, so far there's not much to talk about. It was a lot better than I expected. Since this one is all about taking out mountains fast, this is actually pretty good at doing it when using both attack and also just doing this combo as well for tankier enemies. Okay, that was fine. Getting a bad attack from Zant there, I was still able to take him out pretty quickly. This should be ending soon, so we'll have to use Magic Fountain, or Magic, Fairy Magic at least one more time. I'm gonna do it like here actually. So hopefully get me back up to 2 hills, and now we just have to use magic when it runs out. Alright, there we go. Yam's toast. Now you get to move on to M next. Now let's continue on. Here's a few more troops for good measure. Okay, this one we go up to the top right first. Okay, they don't have fountain affected on them, so we're gonna have to use it again just for the sole purpose of weakening troops. Alright, there we go. I think that's the best attack we want for him. Oh my gosh, stop it, our drop. That is not the attack I want. There we go. I think others are just tougher to hit overall. A lot of the attacks seem to be missing. It'd be nice if you stopped backflipping, mate. Jeez, took a while. Took so long, we might have to actually deal with the rally captains doing something now. I was considering doing them right away, but I decided not to. There we go. I just need to fake out the other boss and they'll just be Ganon's. Ganon in the prisons as... Alright. Oh yeah, it's here too. That was a lot easier than Dark Ardrock. I'll say right now, Dark Ardrock seems to be the toughest to hit just because smallest hitbox when not stunned and very hard to defeat in general. I think we need this last troop. Oh, well, it's right in the eye where we need to be anyway, so I guess we'll keep it for now. That's fine. That was easy enough. Okay, I think this is where we're gonna save a lot of time in general. Just mashing attack and just aggressively going at these enemies thanks to such a good when it comes to doing that. We can probably take out these last enemies really fast, and this is where we're gonna save most of our time. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna use one more magic. Because we need to do that to make sure the sides meet too. Felt defense drop is very hard to take out these sides pretty quickly, but now it should be pretty easy. Alright, I think the third one should do it. Or maybe not. I guess not. Yeah, that was still pretty fast. Feels kind of mind-numbingly easy when you can just mash them down like that, and that is actually the fastest way to take them out as Ruto. It's kind of weird. You would probably want to use special attacks as other characters, but not as Ruto. You just want to do that. Since it does multiple hits really quickly, and multiple hits are what you need really well. By the way, sorry if you're hearing weird noises. That's my dad doing stuff upstairs. Don't mind him banging around. It'll be fine. I've learned to just deal with it anyway. So, this is the last battle now, and now this is where it gets really tough. But otherwise, so far we've been doing pretty well. This one we also come out of the gate swinging, because I'm pretty sure I feel like I need to beat up a lot of troops in this one, usually. So we'll of course use magic right away. So you can get a lot right off the bat anyway, and this is how level 4 we always want to have magic fountain every single enemy, not just these guys. Okay, somehow that was able to sash them because I happened to affect them with that before they ran away, which is nice. Good. Jeez, he can freeze you in midair too, as well. Alright. Yeah, it worked pretty well. We that first wave pretty fast. This is the one where we pretty much want all the health restoratives we can get. Well, there's enough intensity. Probably doesn't really care too much about stunned. We could just break out of it anyways quickly. It should be fine. Just do it this way. Got him this time before he could do the super annoying attack. Alright. I don't know why I ran right into it if I saw that coming, saw that coming from a mile away. Alright. Let's actually do this part with this time. Let's see how it. Oh. And of course I got interrupted out of that too. Now you see why I hate the redeads so much. They just stun every single freaking time and it's just the worst. Just having to run away from that constantly is so annoying. You just need to keep interrupting him here somehow. Ha! Got two of them with that same attack at once. Got me back instead because I couldn't do anything. But that was still cool. We got their weak point with one bow and arrow shot, two of them at the same time. That was very funny. Very good as well. And since the Dongle basically spawned right on top of me, I guess I'll take him out first. Excuse me. I'm trying to take out the Dongle first, please. Thank you. There we go. I'm just gonna run away. It's gonna take way too long to defeat otherwise. Make Garderock come to me instead. Jeez. I didn't even look for more than a few minutes, and just because of that, I'm already almost down to half turns. I think that's the most damage I've taken in a while. It's so easy to get distracted by the turns in this. I'll start by maybe picking up the weaker hearts at first to be fine. Okay, Extreme Crush. Let's do that. So we don't have to deal with them anymore. We should have just Extreme Crushed Garderock from the very beginning. I don't know what I was doing there. Pirate and Dowel actually getting a good spots for if I Extreme Crushed Dot but focused on the Dongle, I probably could have gotten this done a lot easier than I did. Remember, this Survival Battle, they still do constant damage. You know what? I'm gonna take this right away since I got so destroyed there. Kind of need it. Mostly that was just because of the stupid Moonends doing their stupid thing. Because I realize a lot of attack animations you can't cancel out of, it's really hard to do any good strategy with her. It's often better to just wait for the redead. I think it's probably often better, say as I anyway, because I'm I say it's better to just wait for them to do something first. They'll seem to be very open to doing something. Then we could just quickly stun them and keep getting this up until they die. Now it's different when a character had a ranged attack, because they could just hit from range and be fine, because they don't have any ranged attacks at all. That was their main weakness. Was they simply cannot attack from far away, but they're really good at melee range, and that's trying to avoid them. Alright. Because of that one time, we completely wasted our magic fountain. They're getting hams again. I would be smarter how I'm doing this. Just for that, we're gonna use 2 now to make up for what we lost. Now for some characters and methods it's different. Some you can attack effectively, others you simply can't. Probably better to just attack even one attacks at a time if we need to. The moment we see him do anything, we should just immediately run away. Do that. Yeah, it's way better. Taking them out than the other strategies we've been doing so far. Okay, this see, just that one laser. That was just one single laser. That did a lot. Just that one did a lot of damage. It just shows you how much damage enemies can do with this roll. Is this to like get knocked back? I don't care that I didn't defeat Dark Rhino right away. I kinda had to defeat Goma first simply because he was right in my way. Okay, we only took a lot of damage just because that one attack for some reason just did a lot. Like I said, very few. Attacks do a lot of damage. It's quite tough. Keep getting the longest animations possible, but that's honestly fine actually. We want to get more health spawned in anyway during the time. I guess we get this early as well. We just have to be more aggressive with the health. Since we can't really fulfill up to end, we just do that instead. Obviously, this is not how you're supposed to be doing the game. Normally, you actually don't want to even get the health at all. You want to save it when you're on a quarter of a heart, because you don't actually until you get close to that. Because then you get... Because then you'll survive death, at which point the second if you say after that will be like, make you game over after that. So as long as you can get off a quarter of heart, you won't have to worry about it. You can do that in other levels as well too. Like you could literally just use a potion if you have do so and get off of right that way in just the normal round. Gameplay rounds. Honestly, this is a survival battle. We don't have access to as much healing as we should. Because again, potions don't work in survival battle and do much with them anyway. Because we're really so, we're probably gonna have to stuff instead. Might have to do a different strategy here. Just use specials maybe a little bit. So, well, that was a good time for it. I think what we should do is the most aggressive strategy that Ruto could possibly use is just attack them anyway. But the moment you see an attack animation about to appear, just instantly use a special. Which means I'll have to use special fountains starting, to make it work properly. As long as we can do that properly though, we'll still get an amount of troops there. Okay, good. Now we have just one. And he caught him in a attack animation for once that he couldn't get out of. Alright, so we should run at least a little bit of the wave. Not much, though. Alright, learn from our mistakes. Let's just use... Let's take out these two first. Let's take out the second, and then we're gonna deal with the other enemies after that. So we don't have to wait a long time. And also now we can finally use special fountain plus, my goodness. Wanting to use it for a long time, man. You. Okay, that's one of the easiest attacks I can dodge. You just go to his back and you won't be able to do anything about it. This doesn't really do much with anything else except that, I guess. Maybe I was wrong a bit. Okay, that one's... Alright. There we go. I feel like I haven't said this enough. I actually have to watch my health in this a little bit more than I thought I would have to. And just so you know, when I use Special Fountain Plus, I'm not going to use the super mixed aggressive strategy of literally just spamming the special attack button. It's not that mind-numbing. I'm using some attacks just whenever I get stunned, I'll use the attack right away. And I think I'll prep it for waves 4 through 5. I think that's what I'm going to do. Well, actually, well, this was the 4th wave. This next one will be the 5th wave. This is the one I'll probably fall... It's because of what happened last time. Jeez. Isn't even ready for that, mate. Like I said, they're really cheap at that attack. I don't know why, but that attack, they can just start up so fast. That's why you kind of need to efficiently take them out, because they'll do other stuff. Unless you can gel them like that, then they can't do anything. And then they have that one range attack they can hit you from far away with. Yeah, well. Okay, we're just gonna focus on mana right now. Better. Alright, nice. Got it. Alright. I'm very fast with reaction speed too. Like when I see I'm about to hit rat, I immediately use that to myself from getting interrupted. Seems like we have to find a way to gel them if we want to stand a chance of taking them out fast without having to waste as much time on them. Alright. Okay, I think I'm ready to actually do the strategy for once. What I mean by the strategy, I mean we're gonna finally use Special Fountain Plus. We're just gonna attack, attack, attack. Mash the tap button. Obviously focusing on the spheres because they're way more annoying than see it usually. And if one interrupts me, we immediately use a special to get out of it and keep attacking. Oh, okay, that was fast enough. For some reason, now when I do specials, of course now they're very nice to me and decide not to do the cheap attack anymore. What changed? I really do not know what changed about that. Got for that way easier. Okay, hang on. I need to wait for a bit. Yeah, there's always the tried and true strategy of running away as well. We can do that. Okay, well, for sure we want to take out the summoner first. Oh, see, look at that. All it takes is just one hack, and you just lose so much health. This battle's getting riskier and riskier on the minute. I don't like it. But for first, we need to make sure we take out these things, or else we really don't stand a chance. And Ardrot does not want to leave me alone. I will say, besides Manhandla, in these kinds of battles, Ardrot is the next most annoying, simply because that flame attack can also chain hit you multiple times. But unlike Manhandla, he just constantly follows you around everywhere. He is so fast. Trying to kite him around the just doesn't always work half of the time, and that's why I don't like it. Just makes no sense, but it's the truth. How is Manhandla catching up too? I thought he was. Oh, okay. Zardrock. The other one's actually Manhandla. I'm just gonna have to use a special, aren't I? Is it dark as well? Yeah, it's dark as well. That's the highest has to take out there. But I also have to deal with these dudes at the same time. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, at least we took those guys out now. At least I fought to take out those iron spheres. When we are actually trying to take them out, though, when we know what to do, our drop flame attack is actually the best, because then when he finishes the attack, we can just get a consistent set where we can just go backwards, unless we get stuck like that. Okay, well, now we have no choice but to use a special there. That was literally the survival special there. Because we got trapped in an attack animation, we were right next to him. Probably actually about the fatal damage if we didn't do that. Because that's how bad that attack is. You get chained into... If you are struggling with these bosses, it's probably better to just hit them a little bit at a time. Use either specials to take them out, or just for them to do something before you attack. You can just dodge the attack and then do other stuff. So I guess Riddle is aggressive but kind of tricky, because after battle number oh, finally he did the attack I wanted him to. Wanted him to do that attack several times because then we could just do that and take him out fast, but I haven't been getting that at all. I know we'll just play extra safe. We'll have to find him a few times, run away from him. He does that. Just wait. Figured he would do that. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely taking a lot more damage. Part of the problem is Vita just doesn't have the evasion. So I guess that's Vita's main weakness, but it actually makes her one of the harder characters to win survival battles with, simply because she has so much, little survivability in terms of running around safely. In that case, we better grab the health now while we still can. I'm probably gonna have to save my last later as a result. Okay. Really allowed me to do was just take the that was about it. Not much else to say, really. Okay, there's a lot of enemies now. Good, we can amp him his backside again. Got him. Hey, actually, pretty quickly too, for once in his life. Alright. Came over here, but I'll still have the health, but also to separate the imprisons. We're gonna now go ahead and just... Before we do anything else, since we had to make a lot of damage, we can no longer play as aggressive as I wanted to. Ideally, in a normal scenario, Ruto would actually be faster for this, because we'd just attack and get the battle done in like several seconds, but because our attack setup now guarantees them to take damage, and we've already taken so much. Oh, okay, I guess by running that, I can make it work. Basically, I have to just attack slowly again. Okay, we got a good stop pattern from him, so I was able to get some more damage than usual. I also just realized, if you just press dash, yeah, you can get out of the attack before the attack does too much damage. It's thankfully not as I expected. Okay. Okay, I was right. I was about to say we're gonna take out that one for sure. Okay, now we have enough that we could maybe start taking the hits again. I was just worried at first because that's self to L2 which are already tanky. Somehow I dodged that. Okay, well, yeah, I wasn't as worried as I thought. The prisons don't do as much damage as the other bosses. It was more the other bosses I was worried about. Okay, so I took longer something because we had to play safer. If we had not taken as much damage in that first part, or messed up that first part, we should have been more fine. Alright. Okay. There we go. That's Real's challenge build officially done. Now we get to move on to the next one later. Here's certainly one of the harder ones to do simply because she did not have the end accepted. So overall, kind of a weird average balance challenge mode. Because like, looking at it, she had a slower clear time than the other two visitors due to not being able to play safe, but on the other three, she actually had faster clear times than some of the other characters did, on average, at best. Thanks to the big enemy, the dark giant boss skills. But anyway, with that, we are done battle and boss challenge with her. So now we are moving on to, oh boy, guess what? Yeah. Guess who are moving on to next? This insect girl, Agatha, who also does not have a Superman weapon. At least she has massed attacks and at least somewhat evade stuff, but it's Agatha, you know what to expect. This will probably be the hardest challenge this far. This will probably be the one that everybody actually wants to wait for, because, like, It's really hard to actually do stuff as AFO. But she has a very nice, very spammable combo that you pretty much have to do, because there's no other real strategy with her. You just do the same move over and over again. But other than that, as you can see, yes, I did also do the battle challenge reveal, so Agatha will be next. So I'll see you guys in the next video where we do Agatha's challenge mode. Until then, see you guys later. Bye.